The film follows Lou Bloom, Jake Gyllenhaal, an intelligent but deeply unsettling loner who struggles to find stable employment. He survives by stealing and selling scrap metal, but his ambition far outweighs his means. One night, after attempting to sell stolen goods, he asks for a job but is immediately turned down. As Lou drives home, he witnesses a fiery car crash on the highway. A van pulls up and a group of freelance cameramen, known as stringers, jump out to film the wreck. Lou watches in fascination as the crew records the bloody scene up close, ignoring ethics or personal boundaries. When he asks one of the cameramen, Joe Loader, Bill Paxton, what they're doing, Loader explains that they sell the footage to local news stations. Lou immediately sees an opportunity, a new career, the birth of a Nightcrawler. Inspired, Lou pawns a stolen bicycle to buy a cheap camcorder and a police scanner. He listens to emergency frequencies and rushes to crime scenes, hoping to capture footage he can sell. His first attempts are clumsy. He arrives too late or gets too nervous to film, but he slowly learns the tricks of the trade. One night, Lou manages to record a carjacking victim bleeding out on the pavement. He brings the footage to KWLA 6, a struggling Los Angeles news station. There, he meets Nina Romina Rene Russo, a veteran news director desperate for ratings. She buys his footage and encourages him to bring more. Nina explains that sensational crime stories, especially ones involving affluent victims attacked in poor neighborhoods, drive viewership. Lou realizes that fear sells, and he is eager to exploit it, climbing the ladder, crossing ethical lines. With newfound purpose, Lou refines his methods. He hires a desperate young man named Rick Riz Ahmed as his assistant, paying him next to nothing. Rick serves as his navigator, helping him get to crime scenes faster. As Lou's skills grow, so does his willingness to break moral and legal boundaries. He sneaks past police lines, manipulates crime scenes for better shots, and gets dangerously close to victims. His footage becomes increasingly graphic, and Nina keeps buying it, ignoring the ethical concerns. At one point, Lou arrives at the scene of a deadly car accident before the police. Instead of calling for help, he moves a dead body into better lighting to frame a more dramatic shot. This moment marks a turning point. He no longer sees crime victims as people, but as opportunities. Hesh, eliminating the competition. The fall of Joe Loader. Lou's growing success attracts the attention of Joe Loader, the veteran stringer who first introduced him to the business. Loader offers Lou a job, but Lou refuses, seeing him as competition. Soon after, Loader gets an exclusive on a major accident, scooping Lou. Furious, Lou sabotages Loader's van by cutting its brake lines. Rather than showing any remorse, Lou films the wreckage and sells the footage. With Loader gone, Lou becomes the dominant stringer in Los Angeles, half the home invasion, engineering the news. One night, Lou arrives at an upscale home invasion before the police. He films the gunman leaving the scene and even records footage of the victims' bodies inside the house. However, instead of turning the evidence over to the police, he holds on to it, sensing a bigger story. Rather than simply reporting the crime, Lou decides to orchestrate its resolution for maximum impact. He tracks the criminals down himself and alerts the police at just the right moment, ensuring a dramatic confrontation. As the police corner the suspects, Lou films the entire shootout from a distance. Rick, horrified by Lou's manipulation, threatens to expose him. In response, Lou coldly sets Rick up, allowing him to get shot by one of the criminals so that he, too, becomes part of the story. Lou films Rick's death without emotion. The perfect story. Lou's ultimate triumph. Lou edits the footage to frame the narrative exactly as he wants it. He presents himself as the fearless journalist who helped bring the killers to justice while omitting the fact that he deliberately orchestrated the entire event. Nina, desperate to keep her ratings up, airs the footage without hesitation. The station's viewership skyrockets, and Lou cements his place as the city's top stringer. In the final scene, Lou expands his business. He hires a team of new employees, all eager and naive, and gives them a chilling speech. "I will never ask you to do anything that I wouldn't do myself." Knowing what he's capable of, the statement is both a promise and a threat. The film ends with Lou's ultimate victory. He has completely embraced his monstrous nature, and no one can stop him.